people first broke the news about the divorce today, which I am still in shock over. I really didn't see it coming, no matter what people say. And it's long been reported that Katie signed a prenup. I can tell you a lot of money could be at stake here. Tom reportedly worth about $250 million. Katie worth about $25 million. Vicky, as a longtime family attorney, how do you see this playing out?
Well, number one, is the prenuptial agreement valid? Is it going to be enforceable if Katie's not going to try to overturn the document? Then the next question is, how much is she going to get and what kind of child support amount is she going to get? Because Suri, she's got a lot of expenses. I mean, I've never seen her in the same outfit. So her manicure, her pedicures, all of the nannies, the assistants, that transportation costs, that could be $100,000 a month. So that's big money. But how much is she getting under the prenup? Is she getting $1 million or $2 or $3 per year for every year they're married? If so, that's about $15 million. That's less than 10% of his entire estate. She may be entitled to a little more, so she may be saying, show me the money.
It'll be very interesting to see where this goes, how it happens, what kind of drama is involved. How do you see this playing out, Carlos? You've been following this couple since the day they got married, right. And it was always this beautiful, amicable thing, as it is when a couple gets married, and then things go south, and you just never know which direction the divorce will take.
Well, it was a fairy tale. It literally was, and this was a couple who lived a very lavish life. They traveled around the world. They have a home in California. They have an apartment in New York. And like you said, it's going to be pretty expensive for Suri's taking care of Suri as well, because Katie, they're out, birthday parties, dresses, shoes. So they have a pretty expensive lifestyle.
And he would actually have to continue to pay for her mani-pedis?
Oh, absolutely. That is a line item on the expenses for Suri.
And what does a Katie Holmes pay for a mani-pedi?
Oh, my gosh. Well, it depends. They could get a 2-for-1, but I highly doubt it. This is about
they have
probably
somebody
100.
On staff for that, don't they?
They come right to the home. You don't see them out. They don't get that done.
Let's talk about the person who's really at the heart of all this, and that is their 6-year-old daughter, Suri. And, of course, everybody's minds quickly go to Suri. Each of Tom and Katie's statements reflected how Suri is of the utmost importance and the primary priority at this time. Katie is reportedly asking for sole custody of their only child. Let me ask you first, Carlos, by asking for sole custody in your mind, and then we will get the professional's opinion and hear what Vicky has to say, but in your mind, does that signal that things could get nasty?
It signals things could get nasty because you have that, you're asking why. Why is she seeking sole custody of Suri? So it seems like this divorce could get uglier.
See, I see that as sort of a bad deal for Tom Cruise in a way, because now everybody is saying, whoa, what happened there?
Right.
Why does she want the kid away from him? Not that anything necessarily happened, but I'm sure people are walking around with red flags raised at this time. What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, you usually only ask for sole custody if you really genuinely only want it because you want to protect the interest of your child. So you're really going to say that the father's unfit in some capacity. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw that she was asking for sole custody and not sharing joint legal custody, which is the standard.
Will that necessarily be public if she has to provide that information?
Absolutely. Oh, this is all about evidence in a courtroom, so it's going to be a custody battle if he's going to fight it, and I would highly doubt that he's going to allow her to have sole decision-making over the health, welfare, and education of Suri
that
and
would be
back
shocking.
away. Absolutely.
All right. Vicky Ziegler, Carlos Greer, thank you both so much for being with us tonight.